Welcome back to Adri's Homestead Life. It is 11th of August and we are going to do a bee inspection today. I haven't inspected my bees for about a month and I am very curious what's going on in there. Let's go. Right, it's a warm day today. It's Friday. Let's see what's happening. I'm taking the lid off. It's the first hive I'm inspecting. I love this handy little tool. Both of them hot. The one I'm using now to open up because it's really hot to remove the crown board and all the other stages of that hive without that tool. And this other little blue little tool is very handy attachment, and I'm just gonna place any of the frame on it. I usually put one or two, usually one, so that gives me a room to move the rest about so I can see better. I've got 2 supers in here. I am doing beekeeping, this is my 3rd year, so I'm fairly new, but I'm learning. I've been in a local, it's like a show ground where I spoke to an experienced beekeeper, and he's saying he's extracting honey 3 times a year, spring, summer and autumn. I was very fortunate to have some honey of them because they had plenty. We had some in the spring and in the summer. I am checking, I think, for toffee, because usually when he sees me comes over. My golden Guernsey billy goat, and I didn't really want him because the bees, as you can see, it's all around me. They are buzzing around, getting a bit angry. So I've just took a few frame out. I'm checking. I think I can see some honey, quite plenty. I'm showing you there. Yeah, that's looking good. I am not planning to extract any more honey. We've had plenty for this year, so I would like to keep this for the bees for the winter. So removed both of the supers. Now they're getting a bit loud in here. But after removing the 2 supers, now I'm inspecting the brood box where the whole colony lives with the queen. Usually I would love to see that overall view covered with bees, but because it's in the afternoon, most of the workers are probably out, and it's actually still a quite active hive, so I'm happy. The noise you can hear, they're buzzing around my mic. But yeah, what you can see in here is quite interesting. So I've not had the right size of frame that goes in the brood box, and they built it. They built it to the right size. It just shows how amazing bees are. I was also showing you there, look, full of larvae and cells. So that's good news. That means we've got a laying queen there. And we are in August in here in this video, so that's what you like to see. I like to see a laying queen, larvae, capsule, honey. You know, busy hive, pollen. So far I am very happy with this hive. Now I'm putting back the queen excluder. So we're using the queen excluder so the queen don't have an access to go to the supers. Now I'm put the supers back so they don't lay where we want to be honey only. Right, as you can see now, the bees are in a full attack mode. I'm getting uncomfortable. They definitely uncomfortable. Right, I had to finish the bee inspection on a third hive. I've got 5 altogether because they just didn't like me being around them. They were attacking me. You know, it's not good for them, it's not good for me. Not sure about the reason. Maybe I've done it earlier than usually. I usually do it 2 p.m. and I've started about just before lunchtime. It's a beautiful day. The reason I've done it earlier because later on it's gonna be windy. Maybe they sense that, I don't know. But the good thing is, what I really enjoyed having, this neck cooler. This is a life changer on a warm day, especially when you're doing a bee inspection. So yeah, that's a thumbs up. So we are carrying on with the bee inspection in another day. 3 weeks later, and we're back to do the bee inspection again. So far so good. What I forgot last time, I bought the smoker. That's always a great help. But today, the bees were really friendly, shall I say, really kind to us. So that was a good day. I'm on my first hive. I've started this side today. I'm very happy, checking through. Busy hive. The frames are covered with bees. I cannot see a brood in this hive. So I'm not sure if I've still got the queen. I hope so, but I've not seen it. I'm checking through all the frames. And honestly, I'm very happy what I'm seeing. As I've told you before, in an overall look of the hive, covered with bees, that's indicating a very strong hive. It's checking the mites. There is a few in there, but not too bad. I've not seen much food. They haven't got much food. I don't know what's happened. Where is all the honey gone? So I'm already thinking to put some fondant down or bring some frames from previous month from the spring, and they fully put some honey or sugar water. So make sure they don't starve. But yeah. Overall, I'm very happy with this hive. Can you see how? Literally, I can't see what's on the frame. It's covered with bees to the last centimeter. You know. But that's a very good sign to see. So let's go check what the other hives look like. Alright, we're on the next hive now. This one doesn't look that busy again, but I've already used the smoker. It was busier, what you see now, but just a slightly less active than the other hive was. But what I see, I am very happy in here. So can you see I've already took the one hive resting on the little handy tool, and I'm on my second frame and checking, and yeah, it's very busy, and what I am very happy about, I can see actually cupped cells and larvae in this one. Can you see? So that definitely indicates we've got a queen. It's laying in there, so yeah. Happy bees, happy me. What I'm showing you here, I'm just noticed that newly born little bees there. Can you see in the middle? These two, they're walking all over on them. The little heads now sticking out. So they are just hatching. Oh, how cute. Little bee emerging from the cupped cell. And they are just happily doing their little jobs, what they need to do. And the third hive.
This is devastating. On my fourth hive, the first three looked perfect. I came on the fourth one, and 90% of the bees are dead. And it looks like this is devastating. It's poisoning because the tongues are out. That is really sad. I wonder what's happened to them.
Right. Luckily, my other two hive looking good. Well, so overall, out of the 5 hives, the 4 is looking good, luckily. So yeah, I've not seen a queen, but in 2 hives was definitely a laying queen because there were larvae. Another 2 wasn't any, but it was a strong hive. Look, this one actually has got a brood in. So that's my second one that's got a brood in, so I'm very happy about that. Yeah, that's a very happy and healthy hive. Busy bees, bringing in all the pollen, honey, getting ready for the winter now. Right, I've just refreshed myself, had a shower, cold water. After the bee inspection, I managed to have a good look. So I've looked through all the 5 hives. The 4 hives looking good colony of bees. That one hive, when I've opened it up, I thought, looks empty. So I thought maybe they swarmed. And when I inspected the frame by frame and took a few frames out and looked down, that's when I saw all the dead bees, what was devastating. I've got no idea. All their tongues were out, so that usually indicates poison, you know. I don't know. I honestly don't know what's happened. But another thing, about a month ago, 3 weeks ago, when I've done the first time the bee inspection, and I had to finish it because they were really aggressive. Today actually they were quite good. They had lots of food, they had enough honey, and today it's all 5 hives, it's literally empty. So I had to give them food. I had some leftover from earlier this year, and I did give some fondant for them because they do need to eat. So I'm not sure what's happened there, whether some of them swarmed and took the honey, or they've been robbed, or the wasps. I don't know, but you know, that's why it's important to check on the bees every 2 weeks during this time of the year, because you know, anything can go either way. But in overall, I'm happy. We've got bees, they're looking good, and I enjoy doing a bee inspection. I've got a bit of a headache now, it's a bit intense in that heat, but yeah, so I will upgrade you probably end of the month, hopefully, if I can do another one. And let's go have a look at the freeze dryer. Earlier today I took the dog treats out, they were good.
I had to put the stuffed pepper back because they weren't ready. Let's go have a look if it's ready now. Slightly still cold. Slightly cold still. Not sure. Can't wait to have a taste test. Let's taste it. So it's the stuffed pepper and that's the courgette. Looks weird. Let's try it. So good. But you know, I think I still need to put this back. Slightly still cool. So good. Let's try the courgette. So good. But I'm gonna put it back a few more hours. Maybe I'll give another 6 hours actually. I don't know, what time is it? 5 hours. Loading freeze dryer with shredded courgette. It's been freezing overnight. With the rubber sealing, I always have to I pull it out to give a good seal, because that can give lots of failures. So make sure you see the seal, cool, and that's freezing. We are in the polytunnel and we're going to pick lemon balm, celery and basil, and we're going to put it in a freezer for today and tonight, and we're going to freeze dry it tomorrow. So I'm gonna give a good haircut for all these basil that really needs harvesting. We're gonna take this to the kitchen and we're gonna remove all the leaves from the stem, and we're only going to freeze and freeze dry the leaves. I'll pinch the top off, so I still leave more than half of the basil. Right. Two different varieties. That's the celeriac in his bed. I am picking lemon balm next. Lemon balm really does smell gorgeous. It's lovely, calming, makes delicious tea. It's the lemon balm. It looks like nettle quickly, you know, like a fresh young nettle. But it smells lemony. It's delicious. I'm going to pick celery next. I think you can hear the rain. Is it the rain or the bugs? No, rain. Yeah, it is raining. You're right. I am vlogging. Oh, it really started raining now. Be in a safe zone. I love listening to the rain. Amazing celery. I think we've got enough celery here now to fill the freeze dry. I think I'm only going to use the stalk and then I'll give the leaf with the animals. I would like to show you that loofah. We might gonna have a couple. Just started growing. I'm not sure how well you can see, but I can see 1, 2, 3 growing, so I'm really excited. Just washed the basil, spinned it, not dry, but you know, just as much water off it as possible. I'll leave it a little bit to dry, and now I'm working with the lemon balm first. I'm taking every single leaf of the stem, so we're only going to freeze and freeze dry the leaves, and the stem goes to the compost. It's a time-consuming job, but I love doing jobs like that. The trace of the lemon balm, it's done. I'm gonna take it to the freezer. Just done the same thing with all the basil leaves. I've got 2 different varieties of basil, a sweet and a crimson, purple and a green. And now I'm just chopping the celery on the last tray, and we're going to freeze it and put it in a freezer for overnight, and tomorrow we're going to freeze dry it. I think they're just gonna make a full tray for us.
finished. So process complete. Says 21-hour 48 minutes. I've got an experiment going on in here. I've got stuffed pepper and courgette as a whole meal, what we've made, and I've got some dog treats, meat in there as well. Open the valve. Open the door and let's have a look. I think, look, this is the stuffed pepper. Smells delicious. Still slightly cold to touch, so that tells me, yeah, it's not ready. That needs to go back. It smells delicious and it's doing well. I'm going to give some more time. However, I think the dog treats are ready, so we can sort this out. Yeah, that's good too. Got 2 trays of dog treats, meat, and I'm going to put the 2 trays back. So, valve back on. It's rubber seal, but it can be a bit tricky. Need to have a good seal. More dry time. And 6 hours. Going to check the freeze dryer. Ready now, the celery, and I've put the black Hungarian chili back because that's gone soft in a jar, because with the seed it takes a lot longer, so that was lucky that we've noticed that this is done. That bee inspection was an interesting inspection this time. They loaded with food now and they look okay. Everything we freeze dried, it turned out really well. Part of the stuffed pepper and courgette. That was okay for a few days. I did give some extra dry time, but I think I should have given a lot more dry time because it's gone soggy. Tastes delicious, but yeah, that's a fail. I probably won't be freeze drying stuffed pepper again, or if I have a go again, I make sure I'll give another day extra dry time. Well, I'll hope you enjoyed the vlog and see you soon. Bye friends!